Hi my Stampin' friends, I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I have this gorgeous little tutorial for you today. These are my little Easter boxes with little eggs in and cute little flowers with a happy Easter, and these cute little boxes are made with the Curvy Keepsake box thinlits dies, and you make them so easy and so quickly, and they're perfect for making lots of boxes very quickly for all your friends and family. You could chuff out a few of these quite easily for Easter for your family, and I'm sure they'd love them because they're so cute. So to make them, you need these Curvy Keepsake box thinlits dies. I have used this birthday blossom stamp set to stamp all over them this pattern, these flowers, because Easter reminds me of lots of flowers in the garden growing. And I just wanted to mention that I've cut out a little 1.5 inch circle in them in 2 of the windows, so that you can see your little chocolates through. And I saw this idea on Pinterest at Christmas, and someone had cut a hole in these and added one of the battery tea lights, and I thought, oh, that's cute. And then because I have already used this set to make these boxes before, and I have done a video where I used the penned and painted stamp set and showed you how to stamp on them using that. But I thought for Easter, wouldn't it be fabulous to make them with the little windows? They'd be really cute, see your little bunnies through. So let's get on and let's make a start on making them. So of course we need our big shot, and I've got a piece of mint macaron card today, and that just measures, it's an A4 sheet, and all I've done is cut it to 6 inches on the 8¼ inch side so that it fits through the big shot, because the big shot only takes 6 inch sheets. Well, my big shot does, unless you've got the big shot plus, and then I think that takes an extra width. But my big shot just takes the 6 inch width. But that is perfect to make these Curvy Keepsake box thinlits dies, and all these lovely products can be purchased from my online shop at artypapercrafters.com should you wish to place an order with me, and I'll be singing and dancing. And of course I always send out a lovely thank you gift and a handmade card to all my customers as part of my rewards club. So if you're interested in that, come and join me over at Arty Paper Crafters. So what we do to make our boxes, we place it, the first one, because you need to cut 2 of these to make your box. So place that on your cardstock, just like that. On goes the top. Make sure it's square on so that it runs through nicely. Sounds like cracking bones, but it's perfectly fine. It's what's meant to happen. So that's one cut, and that pushes out nicely like that, and that's one. So now we need to cut the other one. I'm just poking out that little dot that's in the top there because I don't want that left in there. Right, so what you do to make the most of your cardstock, and to get, to get the most out of your cardstock, you don't want to be wasting it. So turn it round like that way, and then lid on. She says, moving it. That's it. Run it through the big shot. And that is that cut out. Whoops. Now in the set, let's just poke that through. In the set you also get these 3 little labels which you can cut out to stamp your sentiments on and to layer up like I have done here. Look, on this one I've layered one up in rose red and whisper white and stamped my sentiment, and your little ribbon threads through that top there perfectly. Gorgeous. So you can cut those out in whatever colours you want, and a whisper white one to stamp on. I've already prepped mine up in readiness, so I don't need to cut those out. So let's put those to one side and get rid of this big shot, because we've finished with that. So let's get our 2 pieces. That's it. Perfect. Put that over there. Now what we need to do now before we put them together is we need to stamp our pretty pattern all over them. So using the Birthday Blossoms stamp set, we're going to get our block and we're going to prep up that lovely blossom, flourishing blossoms. Gorgeous. And today I'm going to use Perfect Plum ink. So let me get that off my stack. Perfect Plum ink. So into our ink, and what I've done is to make sure that I stamp it all over. The shape of this is perfect for doing this because you can go like that, and that's one. Can you see that? Let me just bring you down a bit more so that you can see what I'm up to. And then where you've missed, turn that round and stamp, and there you have it. Turn that round and you just go round stamping it all around your pretty pattern. Perfect. And so easy to do, and we all love a bit of stamping. Well, I do. It's just lovely. I just love the stamp sets that Stampin' Up do. They're so gorgeous. Lovely. Like that. And that's our stamping done. Let's see now. I just see a bit that I want a bit more on. There we have it. You don't need to worry too much about the centre because we're going to be cutting that out anyway. So let me put my ink away over there. Now we now need to cut our windows, and to do that I'm going to get one that I already used for cutting it out, and I'm going to get a bit of sticky. I'm using snail today. Just double a little bit on and position that where you want it. So I think that there is about central, and then using my 1.5 inch punch, circle punch, go in from the side and stamp, and that's good. And then we'll do the same on this other one. A bit of glue, put that where you think it's central. Looks about right there. And cut that out. Lovely, that's that done. Right, now we're going to take our bone folder and we're going to just mould those for the sides. So with your bone folder, just mould them for the sides. Same on this one. Just give it that nice curly shape. It's very easy to do, and this box fits together so well. It's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love it. I really love it. Now, of course you could make these boxes for birthdays, anything you want really. It's It's just perfect. And once you've got the die, fabulous. Cut to your heart's content. Right, now the next stage is to fit our acetate window through. Now I found that I didn't have the 2.5 inch circle punch that I did have wasn't quite it was too big, so I didn't have a 2 inch, so I've cut this 2 1/4 scalloped edge because I didn't want to get my layering circles out. I was being lazy at the time, and you can see that that fits just perfectly. And then what we need to do to fit that in is, I've got my little silicone rubber mat here so that I don't get glue on my paper. And what I've done is I've got my fast fuse, because you need to use something fairly sticky. You can use sticky strip, whichever you prefer. I'm using my fast fuse today, and just go around the outside edge with a little layer. Like that. And get your piece of acetate and press that down like that, and make sure that it's good and firmly stuck round, and then just give that with your bone folder, make sure that that curly shape is on the outside. Make sure you don't scratch your acetate while you're doing it. Next one, sticky strip. Not sticky strip, fast fuse. Don't even know what I'm saying now. Lovely bit of fast fuse. Love this stuff. It's so sticky and lovely. That's it. And get you a piece of acetate and straight down with that. There we are. Make sure that's good and stuck. And with our bone folder, now I've just realised the men are doing our road today, resurfacing, and of course they were down the bottom of the road when I started this video, but they're now outside the house, which is typical. So if you can hear noise, I hope you can still hear me above the noise. We'll do our best. I'm sure it'll be fine. So now what we need to do is we need to just put our little score marks that are here. We need to just put our creases in those to make our box. Put those in. Same on this one. And then to fix this together, I'm using some fast fuse. You can use, well, I am using fast fuse if it comes out. Let's just go to the snail. I'm using snail for thickness today. Says she, look at that, what I've done there. Right, and then to lay these on top of one another, because that's not completely squared off, because that's how they fit together so well. You line it up by you're lining up the corner here so that it's straight, and you're lining up the corner on the opposite side there so that it looks straight. And when you're happy, fix it down. And that is as easy as it is. Can you see that? And that's just fits your box together perfectly. And that is it. That makes your box. And all you do then, you fold these little handly bits, you could call them, fold those down. They come together. That slots over there. And then this is where you put your treats in. Now, let me show you what I used. I made my own. I got some tissue paper. Now I know you can buy this you can buy pieces like this, crumpled up like this. You can buy them in the shops, and if you want to, fine, buy them from card shops, that sort of places sell all these bits. But I've made my own because I have these fringe scissors which are sold by Stampin' Up. Let me show you them in the catalogue very quickly. They're on page 189 and they're called fringe scissors. And it says make fringe, grass trim or turn and cut crisscross for confetti with just a few snips. And they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So let me show you how I made my own little wispy bits to go in, because we're pretending that this is grass, you know, with bunnies in and all that for Easter. Now, the tissue paper does tend to get stuck in these, but that's not a problem because you get your little pokey tool and poke them out, because you're supposed to use the cardstock. Now, let me show you that I've made my swizzly bits for my box, but let me show you how quickly you can make your grass. So you do that with your fringe scissors and they cut perfectly every time and make your little fringy bits like that. Good, eh? Clever. So that's the fringe scissors if you want to make your own. So I've made my own little bits of grass, whatever you call it, because you've got to put your eggs and bunnies and that in grass, haven't you? It's got to be done. It's got to be done. So let's scoop those up. So we put those in there, and now I'm getting my little bunny. So I've got these little lint bunnies. You know that you can get these in most supermarkets, about 50p each, something like that. So I've put my little bunny in, and then I've got a couple of lovely eggs. Yum yum. And that fits in there, and then you just close your little box up and voila, made. You can put as many eggs or just put eggs in, whatever your choice is will look great. So let's put that to one side, because now we're going to do our flowers and our label. So I've got a piece of Perfect Plum, which I mentioned I cut out already with my dies, and I've got a piece of Whisper White and a piece of Perfect Plum because we're layering them together. And then I've taken my sentiment, because I'm using the Easter sentiment. I'm not using the birthday one that's in here. I mean, this Birthday Blossoms is for birthdays. Lots of lovely birthday sentiments in that, which is perfect. But today I wanted mine to say Easter because of the eggs. And so I'm taking my sentiment from the Circle of Spring, which says Happy Easter. So let's get our Perfect Plum ink when we can find out what we did with it. Come along. What the heck have I done with it? Oh, here it is. Hiding in plain sight. So Perfect Plum ink into and stamp down. I do apologise if that noise is really bad. So that's layering that together. Gorgeous. And to make my leaves, which I've already prepped up, I'll just show you how I made them. I used the watercolour paper for that, and then I used some green ink called Wild Wasabi, and I prepped up my leaves from this stamp set, my little leaves here, prepped those up on my block, into the ink, watercolour paper, pressed that down like that, and then I got my aqua painter and just grabbed some of the green from the insides of what I've stamped like that, just to get a bit more green going on the leaf. Perfect. And then you need to just let that dry for a few minutes, and then you can fussy cut that out and you've got your leaves. Gorgeous. Right then, so now we're going to put this all together. So let's get some dimensionals, and we're going to put a dimensional on the side there, and then that layers on top like that, offsets that. And then I've got the 1/8 of an inch cord gross grain ribbon. This comes as a combo pack. You get it in Whisper White and Real Red, and that's it. It's beautiful. It's got like a texture to it, and it's quite a stiff ribbon, which I like, and it's perfect for these boxes. So I've cut a length that measures 8 inches, and we're going to thread that through the handle and thread our little tag through, and then we're going to attempt to tie a bow on camera. Oh dear, it's getting so noisy out there. Oh, I'm so sorry. Right, so that's our bow. That ain't half bad, is it? Not half bad at all. Right, that's that done then. So now I'm going to make my flowers, and I've used the Petite Petal Punch and the Pansy Punch to make my flowers, and I've got some Perfect Plum. So we're going to do 2 in the Perfect Plum with the Pansy Punch, and we're going to do 2 in So Saffron, because the middles of the spring flowers, what are they called? Polyanthus. Oh, the name escapes me, and I should know because I love flowers, and it's annoying me now. Right, so we go in with our. Before we do that, what I've done to make these. I've pulled my score, my pokey tool, but don't dig right in. Just keep it flat and pull towards the centre, where you've got those little marks there, where the petal goes in and down. You want to just score down there. Can you see that? And it's not, you're not digging it in and breaking into the cardstock. You're just laying flat and just pulling in for a petal shape. Primroses, that's what they're called, primroses. Do you know that was annoying me? Primroses, so that's what our flowers are today, they're primroses. Because you know I love flowers and I love flower arranging, so it's got to be done, hasn't it? Using flowers when you're a flower arranger. So I've pushed in for the centres, and we're going to do the same with our Petite Petals Punch, and pressing down with my foam pad. This foam pad comes with the case of the blocks, and you get these foam pads where you put your blocks in, and that's what these little foam pads come from. So now we're going to layer those up with some glue dots. So glue dot on there and into the centre, glue dot here and into the centre. Give them some more dimension again. And now we're going to get our little jewels. You've got to have a bit of bling on your projects, that's for sure. Stick those in there and those in there. And now we're going to layer them up. So give them a bit more of a dimension. We're going to get some pieces of foam and stick on there. And with our glue dots, we're going to get our glue dots and stick a glue dot on the bottom of that leaf there, and one on the bottom of that leaf there. And then where we've got our little window, we're going to place our little flower there. Well, we will when we get it to stick. There we are. And then backing off of our little primrose, give it a bit of a smoosh with your fingers. And on there, turn it round. Do the same the other side. Glue dot on our leaves. Pop that onto our box. Take the backing off of our flower. Get a smoosh. Stick that on there. What do you think? Looking good, eh? And then to finish it, I just did another one of the flowers, the little petite petal ones, just to stick on the other side to balance it up with the sentiment part. So in there, a little jewel in the middle of that. A bit of smoosh. Just get one of our glue dots, stick that on the back and pop that on here and stick it so that you can still get your box open. And that are our boxes made. So let me bring them all in all different colours. Really, really lovely Easter project that. I'm sure you'll agree. And why not have a go at making them? I mean, you can order all the bits you need off my website and just have a play, and oh, you'll just love them, and you'll love the Stampin' Up products because they're gorgeous. They really are quality and gorgeous. So I hope that you liked this tutorial and enjoyed that today. And I'll be back in a couple of days with another tutorial for you. But until then, it's bye for now. Bye.